What's up, my unknowns? Today, we're going to review Lolcows! Yay! Oh man, I love Lolcows! Man. Like, if one person's having a bad day, look no further than a Lolcow. Trust me. One would think that my life is not as bad as those guys. Especially when it's having a midlife crisis. Yeah, just look at one Lolcow and you feel better. Man, I love Lolcows because of the lols. Laugh out louds. Yeah, like laugh out loud cows. Like, if one doesn't know, a Lolcow is basically where someone milk a person for the lols. The laugh out louds. Alright, let's get started. And oh my, we're starting off big! Actually, probably no one bigger than this guy. The god of Lolcows himself. Literally the father of the Lolcows. Or should I say the Mr. Roger of the internet. Boogie 2988! Wow! I don't think no one could top him. Literally, we're starting off strong. Like, God's here. Like, he is 1/3 of the holy trinity of streamers. Oh, man. Little backstory, though. I used to watch him when I was, I guess, like a teenager. I remember him being, like, literally everywhere to the point that he even won a reward for, like, best streamer. And boy, oh boy, how the mighty have fallen. To the point now, he's a desperate Lolcow. Literally fought WingsOfRedemption, actually. That boxing match was good, though. For all the right reasons. But Boogie 2988, he is literally the god of all Lolcows. So, with no duh, he will be in God tier. There. Yes. Here we have Scamalot 331. Or actually, his actual YouTube name is Camelot 331. But I called him Scamalot 331. This guy at first, I thought he was like a hero because he quote unquote exposed GameStop back during the pandemic, where it seemed like GameStop, all they wanted to do was still be like considered like essential jobs. And yeah, no, video game is not essential. And this guy was exposing GameStop for being greedy. But then now, because of what he is now known, I wonder if that video is fake. He might have faked it. He's also infamous for the I had no friends. Well, I'm 30. I'm 30 and I had no friends. Yeah, this guy, he's more of a scammer. I remember the famous crash he had was his NASCAR, and he was demanding his fans, well, not demanding, but like begging his fans to help him pay for his for the repairs of his NASCARs. He was claiming, we lived the dream and now I need to fix my car. Like, that's your dream. I don't know about we. And well, I know we was talking about his audience, but still, no. And this guy even made this quote where, if thanks to his audience, he had food in his belly, and with the help of his audience, it doesn't make him go jump over a window. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he seemed like the good guy at first, but as time goes on, he is like his story seemed more and more shady. So yeah, this guy is in C tiers. Christian. Oh, Christian. We're starting off Well, not starting off, but our third lolcow is Christian. Well, as we call Boogie 2988 as the god of lolcow, some might consider Christian the real god of the lolcows. Probably, you know, like, as in like the term god, as in like the first lolcow. Christian, for me personally, I never really laugh at him. I don't even sing even once. I didn't even laugh when he was just, you know, this part of the story where he throw red strings at girls, hopefully that they will come and fall for him. It's pretty silly, I admit, but I didn't laugh at that really. It's more cringe with Christian. Actually, he's more of a cringe cow than anything. He's a very tragic story. So tragic that it wasn't a happy ending. And I know he's out of jail or prison, but this guy is... I just can't laugh at him. No, I wouldn't even consider him as like the god of, or the father of lolcows. He's more... Yeah, I guess you could call him the first lolcow, but... I know he's definitely like might be considered the first Let's Player because he submitted videos of his gameplay with him commentating in Animal Crossing for Nintendo GameCube to Nintendo Power, and yeah, that made it through the magazine. Yeah, so I don't know, that whole Fanta soda, that is gross. Because of this guy, I can't even look at Phantom the same. I don't drink soda, but like, it just make me stop wanting to drink orange soda. Like, specifically, Fanta. And I love Keenan Kel was like orange soda, you know, like, who love orange soda? I love orange soda. Is it true? I do. But, Christian. Christian, why? Why the Yeti exist? Believe it or not, according to my brother, because, there was an incident that happened in Too Many Games in 2018, and apparently, me and bro actually met Christian. According to bro, the whole it was like Chris Martinet panel. Apparently, according to bro, we were literally next to Christian. Well, not probably next to him, but close to Christian. And I didn't even know who was Christian was. I actually discovered Christian through the Internet AJ video. So, yeah, from that I basically knew further through King Slighty. And yeah, I don't know. Little fun fact, do you know that Boogie 2988 actually commentated in one of Gamer from Mars video? Yeah, so about Christian? Yeah, so little weird on that. So he actually got to E-list. Speaking of Christian, Cyrax, the self-proclaimed the next Christian. Do I truly believe he is the next Christian? No, not at all. Honestly, I can see it and understand why. Personally, for me, he's not the next Christian. He's actually the first Cyrax. Cyrax, he is an insane dude. I don't want to talk about the whole stylist thing, but to put it this way, this dude is funny. Unlike Christian, I actually laugh Cyrax. I actually call him Lilac System because his name kind of reminds me of the in the universe, you know, in Star Fox, the Lilac System. Yeah. So yeah, he's pretty funny actually, but cringe in the same time. I love his feud with Music Biz Marty, especially the whole he thought that he had the music deal, because that's how delusional this guy was. He legitimately thought he was a legit musician, and Music Biz Marty said to him, "I just sold your contract to someone." He just got so pissed off, and I'm like, why is he pissed off? He just sold his contract to someone. But yeah, this guy is easily gullible. And man, he's actually funny with the karate outfit, like him with the nunchucks, like doing moves. This guy is delusional. He's actually in B tier. Oh, I know I technically said nobody can really beat the god of Lolcow, but as 1/3 of the holy trinity of S streamers, DarkSydePhil, DSP Gaming, DSP React, this dude, he is the holy spirit of the Lolcows. Ah, man. I actually first heard of him through Sunny V2. I know I mentioned it so many times before, but when I saw that graph of the holy trinity of S streamers, and I was like, there's a third guy? Yeah, because it was like Sunny V2 was a, he was commentating over the Lolcow. And when I saw that video of that guy, and I was like, oh, let me check. And I saw that graph. Ah, man, it's like he said, same person but different body, but not that much of a different body. They're all pieces of fat ass. But yeah, he's the holy spirit of Lolcows. Oof. Obviously, he's gonna be in God tier. But man, he is really infinite. Where to begin with this dude? Scamming his parents for tax money, scamming his audience so he could fly to his parents because he claimed they were dying and sick. Well, sick and dying, and he was literally, doing this for the wedding. Being accused of being a groomer, the whole incident of May 1st, 2016. Yeah, it took place, in May Day. And I can't even view May Day the same again. This dude ruined May Day. Yes, the whole face. Yeah. And not just once, probably twice, because there was a second time where he was playing Super Mario Sunshine and there was a moaning sound. And he blamed Mario for saying that. I played that game so many times. Never once Mario said that. He's a chronic liar. This guy is God tier. Dragonborn. Man, the Lolcow in Germany. This guy is... he's like a phenomenon. I'm probably going to keep repeating that this Lolcow is unique, but I think most Lolcows are unique. This guy, his trolls is extremely extreme. So extreme that even the government, as in Germany, the country Germany, the governor of, was his detractor. His troll. Oh no, let me tell you. You think DSP Gaming troll is bad? Oh no. You got to listen to the story of Dragonborn of Germany. It all started really him, because he started off editing videos, doing skit, similar to I guess us with We're BS. But he actually was talented in the editing department. The thing is, though, he was having a feud with his detractor and declared war over them. My oh my. This dude was a menace to his village. And yes, you heard me right. A village. Not a town. Not a city. A village. And his village even threw a party when he was, when he was away. Seriously, when he was in court, there was even a whole festival. And he got in trouble for being in the festival drunk, going to court. Oh, boy. And there was this time where he proposed to an e-girl. Some random girl on the internet. And he was like, will you marry me? And this girl said no, because you're fat and ugly. And then 2 guys came up like, got rejected! Like, they just came out of the scream. And just here. That was some big blue balling. Like, oh, an embarrassing moment. Why would he live stream it? Seriously. What was he thinking? And I remember hearing him first from King Slighty. This was where the image is from. Like, him in a giant, fence. Looking like a cage animal. He was like, arr, arr, arr! And I think someone threw like a drink at him. He just looks silly. But don't feel bad. This guy is horrible, actually. And I remember King Slighty's just like, oh, this guy must love the attention. Because he was probably a nobody, now a somebody. But then in the video, in the next scene, he was crying, saying he hate this, why? And then this led to King Slighty to change his mind, like, oh, I thought he would love the attention. And then in the video, the guy was like, we wonder why he's so hated. First, because he treats his properly bad. Second, he's terrible with other people. And this is probably where me and King Slighty lost sympathy for this guy. Apparently, he flashed it to a woman. And I think it was like her kid. Like, I think it was like her son specifically. Yeah, in the middle of her son, he just flashed in front of her and her son. Yeah, lose sympathy. So this guy, do not feel sorry. He deserved to be in beard. Oof. B-list. That's probably what it is. Beer. Oh, speaking of liars. Speaking of liar, because of DarkSydePhil, DSP Gaming being a chronic liar, we got Dreamcast Lie. And no, I'm not going to say his actual YouTube name. Yes, technically, I should say his username, but why? Why? This guy is a chronic liar. He's actually probably considered the biggest liar in the internet. No, screw it. He is the biggest liar in the internet. He's a chronic liar. It's like what Alfred Gamer Dude said. He can't stop lying. He needs to lie. He just can't. He's like, I got to lie. I need to lie. Oh, I hate this man. Oh, and my brother, he hates this man to death. He's awful. Like, for example, there was the whole Super Smash Bros. Ultimate product plan situation where he claims his file was deleted. Oh no, that was a lie. Not a lie was that he saw Bugdesta the levelers, and actually I'm going to call them Bugdesta because the company game's full with bugs. So yeah, he saw Bugdesta the levelers, and he claims he was hearing a lot of things from Fallout 76 that game turned out to be a mess. Another lie was that he said a fan showed him the Sonic the Hedgehog movie and said, oh, it looked wonderful. And then, of course, the whole ugly Sonic, or should I say demonic Sonic tragedy, in the trailer. And then all of a sudden he was like, I hate this. He's like trashing it. And I was like, I saw you said you saw it from a fan, a preview of the trailer. Lies after lies after lies. the whole PlayStation 5 incident, lies, where he claims that there was a playtester giving him information about the PlayStation 5, but it turned out to be false because obviously the information seems to be so silly. Dude, seriously, he's a chronic liar. And the worst part is his backstory. He claims he was a little boy that when his mom left and if it wasn't for the Sega Dreamcast system, he wouldn't have been the person he was. The problem was that he would have been like 16 when that system came out. Not a little boy. So, there, liar. Oh, I hate this man. I hate him with a passion! Why am I looking at him? Ah, man. And this is... I love anyone that bashes this man, including Griffin Gaming. Like, I disagree about every take that this guy had, but the one thing that I laugh is him making fun of. And yes, the same one that feuded with Hipposome, if anyone still remember that. But yeah, ooh, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So yeah, Dreamcast lie, yeah, no. And the worst part is he doesn't even, and I keep saying worst part, it just gets worser. I don't think worser is the word, just worse. But this guy, he doesn't even review the Sega Dreamcast. He could have been that YouTuber that reviews homebrew, tell individual how to repair their systems, the Sega Dreamcast system, how to repair it. Because I didn't find any information when my Sega Dreamcast broke. I had to look through other users for that. He couldn't have been the guy that's giving news on the upcoming project for like modding the system. No, none of that. He's a very sad individual, but he's very funny to laugh at. Whatever him being exposed is. So he goes with B tier. Drew Pickles. You're gonna say, why is Drew Pickles in the Lolcow tier list? Let me tell you. Wait. Let me tell you. There was this YouTube channel where they were basically pretending to be Drew Pickles, and obviously it was like a AI voice that was voicing over him. Like obviously it was like fake, but it was so funny, the outrageous thing he will say. Like it was like beyond crazy. So long story short, he's fun to poke at. And I remember there was a recent video about why Drew Pickles is a terrible person, and I can prove why. And basically telling us, the audience, that he's very insecure. And reason why we kind of make fun of him, because he's, unlike the rest of the parents, where they have personality and you get their character, Drew Pickle felt like a guy he was just there. Like, there's no substance to his character. And we like to make fun of him because he's easy to make fun of. Because of his lack of substance. So yeah. And also he looked like he had a punchable face. But in the same time, he looked like a menace. But yeah, I enjoy those videos of him, saying those outrageous things. And to this day, people still meme him. So yeah, I love the memes. So he goes to beer. I keep saying beer. B-list. And no, I don't drink. Eason Ralph. The Lolcow. Once hero became Lolcow. And why was he a hero? Apparently, he actually exposed Monday Matt, who was flagging other YouTube channels that was criticizing him. And another thing that made him a hero was the whole Better Health investigating with Boogie 2988, the God of Lolcows. Yeah. He was basically telling him that, you know, the whole mental health situation was a scam and they're trying to figure out something. And they noticed that Philip DeFranco looked like he was behind all this. So yeah. The thing with Ethan Ralph was that after the whole Christian, where he was there, he took the footage, the famous footage of Christian going to the cop car, well, vehicle. And yeah, some even say there was a whole video serializing why he became a Lolcow. Was the curse of Sonic Shoe, the medallion, like the evil spirit of the medallion that was cursing Christian, astral travel, well, allegedly travel to Ethan Ralph, and because of that, the curse of Sonic Shoe made him a Lolcow, and many horrible things happened after it. If I remember, he was actually dating DG Bro's sister, another horrible person. DG Bro, I meant to say. But yeah, yeah, it was a mess. That's relationship, and he wasn't the same. He became a Lolcow, and honestly, he's not that funny with his situation. And I remember him getting beat up not just once but twice, I believe. Yeah, like in the middle of the street. Yeah, no, he's not funny. Honestly, I put him in D-list, actually. Now, you're gonna say, again with this, whoa. Jeff Hardy, if I remember, there was this YouTuber that actual film, well, he was giving a short interview to a YouTuber. I think it was like a guy with low subscribers, and he was like noticing Jeff Hardy, and he asked the question if he's going to AEW. Jeff Hardy accidentally spilled the bean that he was planning to go to AEW, but in the same time, I believe he couldn't say anything yet. So, but the whole point is Jeff Hardy, Lolcow. Yeah, I wouldn't really consider him as a bitch of a Lolcow because his situation was his alcoholism. Yeah, it's tough to say because he's a mess. A terrible mess. I wish for the best for him. It's hard for me to say I'm a Jeff Hardy fan because I can't really justify me being a fan after all the bad habit he is doing. So he's actually going to be in E-list. Oh, Jerry Bird, also known as Barnacles. I remember first hearing him through Junk Media when he did the whole Suicide Squad video. And yeah, I mean, this guy's situation it's bad and it's not as funny, to be honest. So he actually belongs in the D list, right next to Ethan Ralph. Oh boy, King Crowbar. I love King Crowbar, actually. I first heard of him through Duty Stream. Actually, through one of his old channels, Call of Duty. And I remember it was him and Peace of Mind that he would sometimes put in there. And King Crowbar, he's pretty wholesome, actually. Funny because of all the situation he did there, he put himself through. It's like what Ann said. I remember he was mentioning like he doesn't have a good time watching DarkSydePhil stream, but he does have a good time watching King Crowbar. And it's true, I do have a good time watching King Crowbar. And this guy, he like his trolls actually want to see him succeed. And he had the most weirdest friends. The one thing I like about King Crowbar is it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter how weird one is. If you're cool with him, he's cool with you. And it's funny because he had this one guy, homeboy Scotty. Ah man, he was a troll. His friend and a troll, because sometimes he will troll him by pretending to be an e-girl, a girl that that would like to meet him. For example, the girl was supposed to meet with King Croba at a carnival in the piers, but instead, King Croba didn't find anyone, and it was actually homeboy Scotty that pretended to be the e-girl and trying to troll him a lot. So yeah. I remember there was this one time where his fan was trying to ship him with someone else, and it was funny because she was like, "No, don't ship me with him." She's called him ugly. Ah man! But I remember Duty Stream. He called him like he was like swamp people, and I know he's gross and all, but I actually got a good time with him, especially with the pizza dude. A troll called so they could get the pizza dude deliver pizza from there, and here he is, King Croba getting upset, like, why trolls? Ah man, he's a good time. Yeah, King Croba, JFS. He actually will go ahead of these lolcows, actually. Right next to Cyrax. Oh yeah, and in case you don't know about Cyrax, he stole that name from the rapper. And if I remember, the rapper stole the name from the Mortal Kombat character. So yeah. Who do we have here? Now, some call them the Black DarkSydePhil, DSP Gaming, DSP React. Like, I get why, because they both started off on the fighting game community, playing Street Fighter 2. Oh, he's really unique, and I keep saying unique, but this one is especially unique. It's like what my brother once said to King Slighty. He is not more like a lolcow, he's more like a lol bull. Because he is different. As in, he looks so normal. If you see him in the street, one would never guess that he that he is, crazy. One would never guess that he's out of his mind. This guy is a menace. And a menace in a way by doxing people. For example, June the Keen, when he did a documentary, and one would wonder, well, how did he get his personal information? Because when one tried to flag or copyright strike a video, one would, one could, appeal, the copyright strike. But the thing is, they had to give their personal information to the person that striked them. So, this, Amatalots ended up getting his information and tried to harass and gave out his information to the mods, which the mods gave out that information to the chat. That's not cool. And it's not just Juice and Keen, it was others. I remember that one time he was like streaming, and he was literally looking up one of his detractors when he copyright striked, going through Google Map and then looking at his house saying, "Oh, that's a beautiful house." That is disgusting. This dude is a menace. And he looked promising from his background. But the thing is that his inappropriate comments and his rage is what held him down. Especially how he insulted his ex-girlfriend. That was not cool. This guy is horrible. And in case one don't know, that picture there, he claimed he spent $1,000 on that photo. Like, wow, $1,000? Ugh. Oh yeah, here's two crazy things. First is that he never used the toilet. You hear me right. He never uses the toilet. Why? He claims that toilet is beneath him. I'm like, what do you mean? When I think of a toilet, I think this is like the achievement of human spirit, civilization. Like toilet, like my brother said, he's saying if one have a toilet, they're rich. Like that's how much a toilet is. This guy think toilets is like caveman technology. He pees through bottles, and when he showers, apparently he get like toilet paper and try to catch his own poop and throw it in the trash. That is crazy. Crazy. Oh yeah, and you guys are wondering what's the second thing? That speech of how to become a mod. That is crazy. He actually took down the video, but and this was after when he was banned from YouTube. Somebody posted like, you know, how to become a mod, and it was like a picture of a guy praying in a black silhouette, and there was next to him was high tier goon, as I called him. Well, low tier god. Yeah, I call him high tier goon because he's basically high tier of a goon. And one will wonder why is he known as low tier god, because apparently he played low tier characters in fighting games. But that's not the point. He talks about in order to become a mod, one would have to give his wife, mom, sister, Cuban, whatever, like a female special somebody. Offered them to him. Doesn't matter if it's grandma, age doesn't matter to him. And they had to drink his DDD juice. Yes, you heard me right. DDD juice. This guy is awful. And I remember King Slighty said that he believed this guy is technically joking, but it just looked awful. Especially that one time. He looked like he was gonna sound like EDP for a moment. It was like a video called The New Ways EDP, and I had to agree. It seemed like he was gonna go that route. He was definitely gonna become the New Ways EDP. And another one, no, there's so many of them, like so many crazy things. I remember the statement where he's saying the two superior race is Asians and blacks, but I'm like, why would he say that the superior race is Asian and black if he in the past was being racist to his own race? Like, this is weird. He's weird. Yes, he was more like Uncle Ruckus at times. Oh yeah, and I know PKA did this video of it almost looked like Davis versus Goliath, but it really was. It was like this dude he was going against, and I think it was like in Street Fighter, and yeah, this guy looked like a crackhead, but he was actually a guy that also volunteered for like homeless people and drug addicts, I believe, and this guy, high tier goon, was belittling this dude, and yeah, in the end he beat him in the fighting game. Oh yeah, and there was a time where he insulted Broly legs because the way he was looking, saying that he looked like Krang from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, this dude is full with controversy. So yeah, high tier goon actually goes with A tier. Bam Margera. He's a mess. Any of you guys that haven't seen the broadcast of Where the Unknown broadcast, me and Tony and Eddie was talking about Bam Margera along with Jeff Hardy. The video is called Where the Unknown's Celebrity Goes to Jail. Yeah, very tragic story. Bam Margera. My brother used to like him. He was pretty funny. Yes. Especially his stunts. Oh, man. For him, he go right next to Jeff Hardy. Actually, above Jeff Hardy, to be more specific. There you go. This dude. Marshall Matthew the Fourth. Ah, man. This guy is crazy because... Not crazy. He's actually monotone, but crazy enough that he claims that he have a birth defect. And what is that birth defect? Oh, apparently it was like in his nose. I can't even tell. I was like, what? So, yeah, and he even feuded with the Grease Wizard because he just covered his, flaws, apparently. And yeah, the Grease Wizard actually will call himself the Grease Wizard because of King Kroba. Because he was a fan of King Kroba. But yeah, just in case one don't know where that username came from, the Grease Wizard. But yeah, he was basically covering Marshall Matthew the Fourth, and it wasn't a bad. I mean, he wasn't like him bashing him. It was just basically covering what it was. And this dude is weird. It's especially where he was like, because I seen there were like a girl that was very interested in him, but he claims that he said no because she was too ugly. I'm like, dude, and I don't think it happened once. I believe it happened several times, maybe twice, but dude. I remember first hearing him, so King Saiti, he was just covering the video of him giving his reaction. Yes, you're going to hear a lot of these Lolcow I discovered was through King Saiti, just like Dragonborn. Yeah, I discovered this guy through that, so I give him a C actually, because that whole burst effect was so hilarious. I just can't stop laughing from that. Moist Critical. In case one doesn't know, Moist Critical is one of the most popular YouTuber out there with 10 million subscribers. Yes, one of the rare ones that got that. He's a mixed bag. It's like what Mr. Sheehan once said. This guy has selective degenerate, meaning that you'll see him in one video doing a tier list of what I think it was a tier list, probably not, but him taste testing condoms, flavor condoms, and then there's this whole toy, and I remember it was a toy and him holding a dildo, like literally wrapping around him like that, like, oh man, and yeah, and it's like weird. Yeah, that Moist Critical, yeah. The same guy that I cosplay as Dry Sloppy. Hello everybody. This is Dry Sloppy here. Yeah. Yeah, Moist Critical. I actually used to watch a lot of Moist Critical actually. I remember my first video of Moist Critical was the Papa John video where it looked like he was sweating vinegar. He must have ate that much pizza for him to sweating vinegar. To the point that Me Cannon actually did an animation with that interview with him sweating vinegar. That's crazy because his face was so greasy in that interview. That was terrifying. But that's not the point. Moist Critical, I remember the whole beach one was the Grim Reaper. The guy was like saying Rayman, and then he was like saying Rayman, as in from the Nintendo 64 game, Rayman 2, The Great Escape. Yeah. There was another one where it was like Dan Verzarian trying to become a hero by literally charging through a gun fire at a casino, and he told the cop, "Give me the gun," and the cop said no, and I'm like, that is so reckless, seriously. And I know Moist Critical rivalry with Rice Gumby, well, Rice Gum, I call him Rice Gumby, but still, yeah, I know bro was just recently telling me about the whole controversy with, I think he was like, just like DarkSydePhil with the incident, thinking that he was not, filming. He was like thinking it was offline. Yeah, apparently almost like similar with Mike Batey, where he was commentating over the Elmo movie, where he was saying some inappropriate jokes that he may not have. Well, yeah, Moist Critical thought that he was, not streaming offline, and he was making some inappropriate jokes over a toddler game. Yeah, a baby game. I was like, ugh. Moist Critical is a mixed bag, because I actually laugh at him at his jokes. But at the same time, he have a very strong fan base that will defend Moist Critical. Even with the whole him holding a gun, like, shredding someone, yeah, like, no. Actually, we'll put him in F tier because he's not as infinite as any of these Lolcow like that. He still have a strong base. He have his own company. If I remember, Ghibli ASMR husband actually worked for him under his company. So yeah, Moist Critical is very successful. He go with F. Oh, Nick Avocado. Well, my brother once said, I was afraid that you will become him. Why? Because when I did that video with the Spider-Verse burger, well, the Whopper, it was, the red burger. He was like, I don't know if I want to do more videos. Yeah, because with food, because he was afraid I will end up becoming like him. I don't know. I don't really laugh at him, to be honest. And this is a tier list of what I personally think is the best Lolcow. And personally, I don't think he should be ranked higher because I think he's very tragic. And that awful thumbnail I saw was celebrity having OnlyFans, and one of them was Nick Avocado, and I can't take that image off my head. It was the worst thing I've seen in my life. Unlike the incident with DarkSydePhil, DSP Gaming, where I think was the greatest thing was that face. Well, not really, but it was an awful face, but I laughed. This guy, no, I cannot laugh at his misery. Shout out to Mr. Snowflake, because that's where I saw most of his background story. I think he did a very good job covering Nick Avocado. I will put him in D-list. Actually, right next to Ethan Ralph. Because they both have a terrible downfall. To the point that Nick Avocado fans literally want him to eat his life into misery. Some even say that he might be a method actor, but I don't know. Oh yeah, Papa Guts. Papa Guts. I know this might sound a little bit weird, but I don't think Papa Guts is as infamous as many claim he is. I actually watched his actual videos before it was Papa Guts Leftovers. Before he made it his main channel, I was listening to some of his commentary, especially him covering Christian. Oh yeah, in case you don't know, speaking of Christian, do you know that because we have Boogie 2988 and Moist Critical there, that they both guest started in Planet Dolan? That's pretty weird. And also that Boogie 2988 actually commentated in Gamer from Mars video covering Christian. So, Papa Guts. I think his I don't laugh at his jokes, honestly. Sometimes I do laugh at his jokes, but when he covered Christian, I don't laugh at all. I get that he was trying to brighten the mood, but it's just, there's a place and time to tell these jokes, and some of these jokes were tasteless. And I remember King Sly T audience, they feel a certain way with Papa Guts, and I do too. But I don't think he's as bad. And I know he got kicked out from TikTok, and this guy is still putting out like infinite takes, but I actually agree with some of his opinions and think that some of them are actually insightful, but in the same time I disagree with some of his opinions, and I don't even laugh at his jokes. I remember the ending of his video. It usually goes like, "Oh, I want Papa Gus to pee on me, but just as a friend." It's I don't know why, but Papa Guts, I wouldn't consider him as a infinite Lolcow, but I get why some dislike Papa Guts. And I know he was one of the guys that called out Sunny V2 for some of his takes. So he would go actually on D. Peace of mind. Just like King Crowbot, I discovered peace of mind through Call of Duty stream. And this guy is actually Ring of Redemption Light. And I guess I did laugh at him, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I laugh at him. But it's recently he's not really, being noticed because unlike most Lolcow, he literally turned his chat into a safe space. He, for some reason, successfully got rid of most of his trolls. Yes, he is that much of a snowflake. He bans people to ban land, like Ring of Redemption. And he's funny to laugh at. But, oh man, I don't know how he did it, but he did it. But yeah, this guy, B-list. There you go. Actually, he'd be right next to King Crowbot, to be honest. That's how far it is. Yeah. Prison Mate Luke, or as I call him, Prison Mateless Luke. Yes, he's mateless. Not even his prison mate would actually mate with him. Nobody want to mate with him. Ugh. I know my brother, not dislike, but hates Prison Mateless Luke. This guy is awful. Awful, awful, awful. If one doesn't know, he started off as a person that commentated on video games. Well, like video game footage. But then the whole genre incinerator situation with him covering him happened. And he just went into popularity to the point that his name was almost everywhere in the commentary community. But the whole thing with him is that he was bad at covering the news. Like the whole Hopeless Peaches was mishandled awfully, especially because he was siding with Creepshow Art and claiming Hopeless Peaches to be suicide baiting was awful. And then things went out of control. And Just Up and Harley was just exposing Prison Mateless Luke. This guy's pretty awful. But yeah, he was literally everywhere. Even to the point that Sunny V2 once mentioned his name actually in one of his video. In his the video where he was in the court, talking about, one of the guys he covered. I know he recently came back for one more video where he was apologizing. And I don't know, he deserved a second chance. Actually, he was given many chances, so I don't know if I meant to say I don't know if I would give him another chance. So this guy also belongs to D. Well. Who look at we have here? If anyone is not familiar with the thumbnail of the broadcast with the unknowns, celebrity go to jail. Yeah, in the thumbnail it was Bam Margera, then Quantum TV, then Jeff Hardy. Yeah. Man. 1/3 of their stable of celebrity go to jail. Yeah. Quantum TV is very infamous for his feud with the Act Man and several other YouTubers. Yeah, like Mischief and ReviewTechUSA and Griffin Gaming. The same one that feuded with Hippo Zone. Yeah. One I mentioned earlier was Dreamcast Live. Yeah. Quantum TV is basically a troll without the trolls noticing, because he did a review on Elder Ring, and yeah, I felt like he was trolling on Elder Ring, but it's just, I felt like in the same time people should have ignored his review and just moved on, because this led to an awful, or should I say ugly situation with Ackman, to the point that he called his mother, saying that he was slandering him. Oh, this dude is a little wacky. And he was recently in trouble with the law with domestic violence. Yeah, really awful. I actually would put him E-list, so he could just be right next to his two stable friends. Move a little bit, Jeff Hardy. Yeah, Celery Golden Gel Trio. There you go. Speaking of his rivals, there is one of his rivals, ReviewTechUSA, or I like to call him Review Drama USSR. I hate this man. I really do. This guy is also a liar. He lies about flagging Anna Doyle to the point that he basically got him out of YouTube. And I know Anna Doyle came back as junk media, and because of Scamalot 331, because he did a video of him, there was a compilation of him crying, and basically calling him out for fake crying, and Scamalot 331 basically flagged him and got him off of YouTube again. Yeah, Review Drama USSR was infinite for e-begging, where Blackbuster Critic called him out for e-begging, and the other time was the Flag History, where Keemstar feuded with Helm, talking about the whole streamer donation, where he think that streamer begging is not the same when somebody have a Patreon and making ad revenue money that makes, I think, over 1,000. Yeah. Long story short, because he think that was a very scummy thing to do. But yeah, long story short, Review Drama USSR is a scammer. And I know Junk Media did videos where he basically exposed some of his scams, or lies. For example, which actually, I'll be honest, I agree with Argy RFC. Because I'm not a big fan of Junk Media, actually. But I think that when he covered him scamming his parents in his house, I disagree with that. Basically, he was trying to buy his parent house, and Junk Media was making fun of him, saying that he's moving in with his parents. It's like what RFC said. It's more like his parents is actually moving in with him since he's buying the house. Because something about Junk Media saying that the property value will go down, making their house worthless. I mean, I disagree. And he was making fun of him living with his parents. And I'm like, I don't think that's funny. Honestly. I mean, a lot of people live with their parents. The economy now is awful. I live with my parents. So yeah. Review Drama USSR. Another video Junk Media posted was Helm and bypass surgery, where he made the accusation that Richard Mineski went through bypass surgery. I would say it's a little iffy, but I actually believe it, because the comment where Wing of Redemption in the interview said he doesn't have the lust no more, he's not horny anymore, and then here Review Drama USSR said, oh, but I'm still horny. still horny as a dog, to be more specifically. And I'm like, that was like a smoking gun that he probably did have bypass surgery. Actually, I'll be honest, I was never really iffy about him having bypass surgery. The thing was that I felt like the evidence that junk media provided wasn't strong enough. Because he told an alleged story with the doctor. Not the doctor, it was a guy that knows his ex-wife. Well, a guy talking about his ex-wife knowing or talking to Richard Molesky. But yeah, Richard Molesky from ReviewTechUSA. He's actually above high tier goon. Some say that he's actually part of the holy trinity of S streamers. More like a quad trilogy of S streamers. The fourth guy. So yeah. He's A tier. Rusty from Rusty Real Deal Baseball. I love this dude. If you guys haven't seen the video of Iron Wizard, Rusty reminds me of DarkSydePhil. Yeah, seriously, he does. Especially when he gave that look with him with opening the mouth, where I'm paying the game in full price, just like DarkSydePhil. So horny, like, yeah, you're giving me the money. Give me the money. Yeah, it reminded me of DSP Gaming. Like, I had so much fun time playing that game. Oh man. But yeah, I did a playthrough of Rusty Real Deal Baseball, and I have a good time making fun of him, just like Drew Pickles. So he's a Lolcow for that. Yeah, because he really did remind me of DSP Gaming. Like, literally, like, the whole give me money, and just here he is being horny for money. So yeah, he's actually above Drew Pickles. So yes. This guy, the guy that did the video for Hostage Program. Should I say his name? Sure. Smash JD. Well, Smash JT. Why did I say JD actually? Because I usually call him Super Smash Brother JD from New York. Despite the fact that only one letter is common from those two, and that's J. But I call him that because his name just kind of reminds me. It's just like Cyrax. Why I call him Lilac System. But that's not the point. Yeah, Smash JT. This guy is a Lolcow for basically 3 reasons. First reason is the video for Hostage Program. What did I mean by that? Well, he did a video talking about if any of his videos, because he was sick and tired of some videos, like the video that doesn't do well, you know, like, I don't know how to explain. I do know how to explain it. Okay. He was sick and tired of his drama video getting views, while his other videos, him reviewing video games and video game news, that get like under 1,000. And he was sick and tired of that. So he did this. He announced in the video that going forward, if any of his videos perform under 1,000, he was going to delete them. I was like, why? If anyone ever clicked to his YouTube channel and they see that he posts less, they were not going to continue supporting this guy, because they will think that this guy will barely upload. But in reality, he uploads a lot, but he deletes them if they don't perform over 1,000 views. That is awful. He is awful. Oh yeah, and the second thing that he's also known for was him being an investor for the ColecoVision. If one don't know, he was actually supporting the ColecoVision, and he makes some dumb statement. Like, there was this one time that he was actually walking in the forest without a shirt, and yeah, it was pretty awful. Well, not awful, disgusting with him without a shirt. I'm like, please wear a shirt. And he's like walking the park talking about, oh, we must protect. They're like, he was thinking his trolls were saying, oh, they must protect the big three. And it's like, what's wrong with having another competitor in the market? Which, you know, it's nothing wrong. The thing is that they seem like a scam. And I know he was feuding Pat the NES Punk, which, funny enough, Pat the NES Punk was also feuding Review Drama at USSR for that same reason. But yeah. Awful. And the third thing was the whole George Floyd situation. Yeah, yeah, he was like literally like in a hot tub with like with an alcohol drink in his hand, talking about civil rights and yeah, it was this awful take, about human rights. And there he is, like, being comfortable in a hot tub. That's an awful look. And yeah, he was talking about George Floyd, how the situation was awful. Yeah, no. This guy, he's a C-list. As much as I dislike this guy. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Look what we have here! It is the White Bowser! Wowza! Once again, I discovered this guy through King Slighty. It's always King Slighty that I discovered this guy. I mean, a Lolcow. Yeah, he's a menace himself. He basically groped a 17-year-old at a movie theater that he was working for, and he got fired for it, to the point that he changed the story and lie of what happened. Saying that, oh, she forgave him, but in reality, she hates him. And another thing was that he even called himself the Genshin Groper. The game Genshin Impact. Yeah. Like, And yeah, he makes anime fans a bad name because he was hosting hentai in a server, and yeah, where little kids might actually watch that. Yeah, no, he really does bring a bad name to anime fans. And he even called himself a autistic degenerate. Like, please leave me alone. I just want to be left alone. Like, no, dude, we want you to take accountability. And I remember there was this one video where there was a clown that walked to his house, and because it was his birthday, but his mom was afraid, closed the door. Oh man! But I'll be honest. If I was his mom, I would probably do the same because I'm not a big fan of clowns. So yeah, I'll probably close the door without content. So White Bowser is actually C-list. Oh, the zebras! Yeah, the zebras. It's like what Booker T once called them in TNA. The zebras. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I think it was either maybe Wup Kosher or WrestleLama, but for some reason, if a wrestler or anyone ever wore those zebra shirts, they become fragile. They become killable for some reason. They're lolcows because it's funny when someone just throw a simple punch or a push even. They're already knocked out. They're dead. So for that reason alone, there are crazy lolcows. And for that, they're in B tier. Actually, more funnier than Dreamcast Lie. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I seeing him? Tipster. Or I like to call him Begster. This guy is a... Oh no, it's like what King Sly T once said. A loser! He is a loser. The biggest loser in the internet. Ah, man. If you got the Mr. Roger in the internet, you got the Hitler of the internet, and you're going to say, wait, who's the Hitler of the internet? DarkSydePhil, DSP Gaming, in case one don't know. DarkSydePhil actually wore a military hat. Because he wanted to pretend to be M. Bison. But the thing is, he looked like Hitler. And to the point that some call him Pigloff Hitler. Oh, man. Pig Roche. Why? And he's not even Texan. So why is he wearing the cowboy hat? But I like him actually with the cowboy hat, even bro. So he looked naked, like in the nude, without the cowboy hat. Now, with Baxter, and yes, I call him Baxter because of what Wing of Fallen said. Stop giving him money or else he will spend it on a cheeseburger. Yeah, Baxter actually feuded with Smash JD over Destiny FOMO, thinking that he was having an affair with his wife with her. Boy, oh boy. Oh, man. Smash JD might be actual right with something. He might be onto something, but I think he's like a terrible lawyer. Or should I say, he might be terrible at this. Or either Baxter was really good, or I guess you could say JD... Should I say JD again? Because I'm thinking of Super Smash Bros. JD from New York, but no, Smash JT. Either he was really bad at this, but yeah, and then another red flag was Creepshow Art, where she mentioned that the only reason why he talks to her so he could get a boner whenever she speaks. That might not be too far off. She might have been also onto something, and then what it turned out, he is the biggest loser in the internet. He talks dirty to these e-girls. And it's like what King Sly T said. It's not like he's having sex with them. It's none of that. It's just him just saying something dirty, like Goth Mommy. Oh, such a loser. And I remember Duty Stream, when his Call of Duty channel, when he first commentated on Boogie 2988. That video that made 100,000 views. He listed 6 individuals, and one of them was Baxter. Yes, Baxter. So he said Boogie 2988, Wing of Redemption, DarkSydePhil, DSP Gaming, Review Drama USSR, High Tier Goon, and Baxter. And from that list that he mentioned was literally my top 6 lolcows. Spoiler alert, because if Review Drama USSR is number 5 and High Tier Goon is number no, sorry, I'm saying it wrong. If Review Drama USSR is number 4 and if High Tier Goon is number 5, then Baxter is number 6. Then you're gonna say, oh, then I know who's number 3 then. Exactly. I'm not gonna say it yet. But Baxter, A tier. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Look what we have here. We're presenting very own Tony Lay. How did he fit in with the lolcows? Well, he's pretty funny to laugh at. Yeah, well, I mean, he's very hilarious. It's hard to... No, it's not hard to say, actually. But, yeah, he's pretty goofy. Without any further ado, he actually belongs to E-list. Well, E-tier. Waluigi. Ah, man, the biggest mean in Super Smash Bros. I remember this video where, if anyone's familiar with the Sora being revealed, there was like this keyhole and Sora came out. Yeah, I remember instead of Sora, it was Waluigi, and then Wario was like, wah! Very happy. But, no, he went right back in and got rejected. Waluigi. Ah, man, I don't know why people want him to be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate so bad. I don't know. Well, Super Smash Bros. In general. I don't know. I think he needs to have his own game before he could be in Super Smash Bros. But yeah, for him, C-list, actually. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We got the best and last, or 30th Lolcow. Actually, sound like I'm saying 30, so also 30th. Is it really hard to put where I'm going to place them? Is it? He is in God tier. Actually, he's number 2. WingsOfRedemption, also known as the Jesus Christ of the internet. Yes, Moist Critical, some would consider him as the Jesus Christ of the internet. Actually, if I remember from Snorplack, he might actually be considered the big brother of the internet. If I remember from Snorplack with Moist Critical, he was covering temples from the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, which one was the best, worst, according to surveys. And he was covering the water temple, and when the image that popped up was Moist Critical coming down from heaven saying, "Big Brother is here to help you with the water temple." Well, yeah. Well, if one would think that Jesus Christ of the internet is Moist Critical, well, you're wrong. It's actually WingsOfRedemption. He's actually the Jesus Christ of the internet. So you got the Mr. Roger of the internet, the Jesus Christ of the internet, and the Hitler of the internet. And then right below is their, you know, like okay, if anyone familiar with the 10 layer of heaven, yes, this tier list is basically that. The top layer where God lives, that's where Boogie 2988, WingsOfRedemption, and DarkSydePhil, DSP Gaming is. The layer of heaven, the second layer, that's where Richard Medeski, ReviewTechUSA, High Tier Goon, and Begster, that's where they live. That's where they are. So yeah. And actually, if you think about it with Moist Critical, he's literally the guardian angel that walks down easily, giving message to everyone. I'm here to pray for you guys. Well, save you guys. But still, I can see why people get confused with the Jesus Christ of the internet. Because he's that close within the mortal world. But still, WingsOfRedemption literally won the boxing match against Boogie 2988. I mean, what else is there to say that I have not said? He was part of PKA, got kicked out because he ditched Woody and Kyle on the, I guess you could, well, it was like supposed to be like a not boot camp, but like, because they want to do camping because, you know, the whole Call of Duty, like, you know, trying to survive in the woods, wilds, yeah. But that's not the point. The guy tried to dox Keemstar. The guy and his questionable takes, well, not questionable, his awful takes, actually. Awful accusation. But, oh man, I love how the way that even the news, CNN, get trolled by WingsOfRedemption trolls. Oh man. Yeah. Now if you think about it, if I ever did like a top 6, Boogie 2988 will be number 1, WingsOfRedemption will be number 2, DarkSydePhil, DSP Gaming, DSP React is number 3, Richard Mileski of ReviewTechUSA will be number 4, number 5 is High Tier Goon, and number 6 is Begster. Yes, those are my top 6 locals. Undisputed order, because technically, well, you get the point. But yeah, and yeah, guys, these are my tier lists. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I just love it to see those locales fighting to be number 1, but our first one ended up being on top. Ah man. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you think. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Bye!